Hi there, this is AJ with Car Inspected, and today we are in North York and we're looking at this 2007 Ford Explorer. It's black on black, leather interior. It's got 115,000 kilometers showing on the odometer. It's low kilometers, but it has seen a bit of a rough life. Most of the panels have been repainted or repaired. We'll start up front here. The hood, the gaps in the hood and fenders are off. Not looking too good. This hood needs to be slammed pretty hard to close. The trim here is broken. You can see the gaps off here and up here. These fenders are a bit off. This front fascia bumper has been damaged and repaired fairly poorly. Some spray can kind of repairs, some poor body work. Some of these pieces are pretty uneven and off. A little hit here. Front grille is peeling apart and chipped and broken. This side also has seen its share of some bumps and bruises. As you can see, this is broken here, scratched here, some repaint, poor repaint work here. This fender is starting to peel. It has been repainted and it is peeling again. And the gaps are also pretty tight here. So this whole side of the vehicle has also been repainted. Doors, both doors, and there's also scratches and such after the repaint. So it was done a while ago. And this quarter panel has been painted and has seen a good amount of body work in this rear area. You can see where the putty work is actually cracking around the filler, and all in this area is won't even read in the meter, so that shows that there's a good amount of plastic in there. Taillight chipped, good amount of scratches and stuff like that. And the tailgate, it is not repainted, but it, like I said, has some scratches and such. Vehicle is equipped with a trailer hitch, a couple more scratches along here. Windows look okay. This side has not been repainted. Everything looks decent. Some rub marks, things like that, but nothing too bad. Good part is I don't see any major rust or anything like that in any of these wheel wells or areas. Again, some scratches and scuffs and things of that nature all along this side, but it has not been repainted. There is a dent right here, another kind of rub right here. A little bit of rust starting in this fender at the bottom here. Other than that, though, I don't see rust issues. Windows look good. Windshield, I don't see chips or damage or anything of that nature. Roof looks good as well. It does have a sunroof and no signs of major issues up there. So we'll start with brakes, tires, etc. Tires are all in pretty poor shape. This one I think was a 2005 marked as. We got a bit of a bent rim here. And these tires are pretty dry rotten, and I don't recommend running on them. They're about 3 to 4 seconds and getting pretty old. Brakes are pretty new. There's probably there's a bit of a lip on these rotors, but the pads look like they've been changed fairly recently. I'd say there's about 75 or 80% left on them. Suspension wise, looks pretty decent. On this side, the driver's front, there is a new lower control arm. And looks like a new steering, some new steering components, as you can see there. Bit of a leak, as you can see, coming from looks like the transmission cooling line coming there. As you can see better, let me get under there. A little bit, I don't know if it was from service or what, but it is notable. And some of that, I believe, is from doing oil changes. It has been oil sprayed underneath, so it's not too rusty, which is good. And I don't see any major leaks or major issues like that. Go around to the passenger front. No replaced parts on this side. Looks like all original suspension stuff. Everything looks to be in okay condition, no major issues. Again, tire is getting old and dry rotten. Good amount of dry rot and low. Some sidewall damage, things like that. So these tires I don't recommend really using too much. Brakes about 75-80% just like the other side. And all this stuff seems to be pretty decent. And again, under here, everything seems to be pretty good. Not too rusty or anything like that. Has been oil sprayed. Looks pretty decent. I don't see any major leaks or anything like that. Get back here. Again, tires, rims are okay. Chrome rims are okay. These are 2013. This is a 2013 tire with about, this was about 5 to 30 seconds of tread. Again, still a bit dry rotten. Rear brakes do look like they've just been changed. They're pretty much brand new. Been sitting for a bit, but they are minimal wear. I'd say 99% left on them, let's call it. Again, back here I see no major rust or major issues. Suspension looks okay. No leaks from the differential or anything like that. Spare tire looks good. Everything looks okay. No rust or anything like that. Now we're here. Everything looks pretty decent. No signs of real issue. Just like the other side. And again, this tire is this one's a 2014 or 13. 2014 with about 30 seconds of tread, but still good amount of dry rot that you can see in there. And sidewall's pretty worn. Brakes, again, are pretty much brand new, so no issues there. And along this side, same as the other side, pretty clean for its age. No signs of real issue. The exhaust looks decent. There was a little bit of a exhaust tick on initial startup, possibly from the flange. But once it warmed up, it kind of went away. Interior looks decent. We're going to open it up. I mean, it has its fair share of wear and tear, some stains and stuff on the carpet, some marks along here, things like that. Rear seats, this one looks okay. Leather looks okay. However, I can't see this one. They do not go up and down. It is a power for these two seats, and they don't move. So you can hear the motor trying to move, but nothing really moves. Looks like there was some kind of aftermarket stereo here. Wires are hanging out. Just kind of ran and messed up. Under here is the jack. So that's all there. Tailgate looks decent. I don't see any rust or any issues under here. And the glass does work as well. So you see that with no issues. We go into the passenger compartment, right rear. Door panels look okay, no major damage. There is typical plastic scratching and such on here. Wood grain looks okay, and there is a couple of little scratches here and there. Passenger side rear seat does have a big old kind of stain on there. Might clean up with some effort. Rear seats, the leather looks pretty good. They all do fold down as they should, so no issues, giving you nice room in there. Headliner, a couple marks here and there, as you can see, but for the most part looks decent. And the floors, carpets all look good. No issues to the back of this seat. We'll go to the driver's side. I'll show you there was a little issue in that seat. But we'll stay here for now. Again, door panel looks good. Some chipping and cracking here. Not cracking, just paint peeling, sorry. Passenger side front seat looks pretty decent. Some minimal marks, scratches here and there. It is power seat, which seems to work. Just power front and back though. This is manual. Dashboard looks good, no issues. Couple little marks on the glove box door, as you can see. And there is the original owner's manual, things like that. Go to the driver's side. Door panel looks decent. No major issues. Not much chipping or anything like that on this side. And this rear seat looks good. Leather looks decent. No signs of issue. There is a rip on the back of the driver's front seat that you can see is starting to pull out. Other than that though, it looks okay. Finally, to the driver's side front. This door panel looks good as well. Sorry about the glare. No major issues. Minimal wear on the driver's seat. Stuff to be expected. Kind of rub marks here and there. Some stains on the seatbelt. Generally needs a good detailing in here. It might look a lot better with that. Dash looks decent. No major wear and tear on the steering wheel. All looks pretty good. Weird stain up here. Everything looks decent here. All the switches look good. A couple of little kind of marks there you can see. And console and everything seems to work as it should, and it's not ripped up or anything like that. And all this stuff seems to be okay. It does have a sunroof, etc. Let's start it up real quick. So it is running. Heat AC seems to work. I'm not sure if the AC is working. Doesn't seem to be getting cold. We'll see on the drive. Other than that though, windows seem to work. So all that stuff seems to work okay. Radio. We'll see if all this other stuff works on the test drive. Heated seats, I'll test on the test drive as well. Seems to come on. We'll go under the hood, listen to the engine run for a second. So there we have it, 4.6 liter. So I don't see any major issues, valve covers, nothing leaking, anything like that. We tested your oil. It looks like it was just changed. So we got a green light on that, no issues. Intake looks okay, no issues. You can tell it was cleaned or recently changed. A lot of this stuff looks pretty clean. Battery's good. We're sitting at just over 12 and charging at about 14.6. Your brake fluid looks good. That's 1% humidity, so we have no major issues there. Coolant looks good as well. It's about negative 32, so it's not, it's mixed, it's okay. And no issues with any of this stuff. Oil looks good. Said I think fresh oil change, but no frothing or anything of that nature is coming through. Belts, hoses, all that looks good as well. You'll see in photos. Seems to run smooth enough. And yeah, you gotta slam it pretty hard. This needs some lubing up or something like that. See, I just closed that and it didn't close all the way. I'll close that up later. But there you have it, 2007 Ford Explorer. As usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.